let's go back to that story, your traumatic situation, August 23rd. Beautiful situation. It started, ended up being traumatic, but a very, very, very small percentage of people in life witness someone dead in front of them, dying or dead in front of them. Can you talk a little bit about the trauma that a lot of people face who live in certain environments? You know, you have people go across the seas to fight in wars. They see the same stuff that someone growing up in Watts probably sees, someone growing up in Compton probably sees. And maybe parlay that into just the whole mental thing, you know, the trauma that we don't seek therapy for stuff like that, but break down the trauma in the hood, Lonzo.
You know, excuse me. You know, man, I was a grown man before I saw anybody dead. And to see somebody, especially somebody that you know, lay there stiff, dude, dude, it does something to you, man. It does something to you. It shows you how fragile life really is. Um, I was in a fatal car wreck. My passenger got killed, dude. And dude, it fucks you up for real. You know, I'm the worst. I'm the worst passenger in the world. You don't want to ride with me, man. I don't want you. Don't want me to ride with you because I'm gonna tell you how to drive. I'm gonna got my brakes on. I'm and the fact that it's happened to me before, I'm always leery for my passengers because I walked away, my passenger didn't. Okay, and they hit me. So I don't know whether it's luck on my behalf, misfortune on theirs, but nonetheless, I'm what you call it's called a survivor's remorse, where you wonder why something happens, and you are it, and but somebody else gets punished for it, takes the blunt of the negative results. So it's just, and when you see, and the kids, man, I really think it's a very traumatic, even more traumatic for kids, especially. I mean, you think about little kids at school, man, and you playing one day, and all of a sudden somebody kicking the door and start shooting people. You and your little buddy was sitting there kicking it, having a good time, and somebody decided to start shooting people. You know, people don't realize, oh, I shoot, man, you don't realize the impact that has on people's psychological well-being from that point on, dude. You need a lot of therapy. And I know my nephew is a therapist. He talks about that a lot, how in his training, he has to deal with people with all type of situations that they've experienced and how they try to recover from them, you know. And it's really therapy, dude, because you have to realize it wasn't your fault. You have to go through all these mental exercises to try and get back on track. So it's no joke at all.
Let's talk about August 23rd, Lonzo, the beautiful part of it. How did becoming a father change you? Or did it change you right away? Were you still the same person you were 24 hours before you became a father? Talk to me.
This one was different, man, because this one right here, I have 5 kids, and this is the first one I ever saw being born. I was there when he poked his head out, whatever the whole 9 yards. I watched him come out. Everybody else, it was like, hey, you got a daughter. Hey, you got 2, or whatever. It wasn't as up close and personal as this one right here was. So it had a much different effect. Usually, when I saw my kids, they were just in the nursery or something. You know, my first daughter was when I was like 18. I was scared to go in there, straight up. I didn't see her till she got to the nursery. And my twins, I met them later in life, and my other daughter, I met her like that night after she was born. So, but this one right here, it was a lot different. I was involved, cutting the cord, and you hear him take his first break. Hey, he got all his body parts. Everything there, everything is there. And you kind of clown with the nurses and the doctors, but you also see some shit, man. Like just like the reverse of what I spoke earlier about the trauma. The beauty of seeing somebody come from another person, man. I've watched puppies be born and shit like that as a kid. I ain't never seen nobody else, no human be born. That's a different experience, Doc.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I sat in the waiting room the whole time like a little BITC. I just couldn't do it, man. But it's one of those things that you live and you learn. But all right, so. Now that being said, Lonzo, August 23rd, Pops, first time seeing your kid come out. I would like to know your thoughts on this story. We're going to take a real quick trip to the niggaverse. We're not going to stay there too long. We're going to hang out there for one story, and then I want your thoughts on this, Lonzo. It seems like we're hearing these stories more and more often these days, but rapper Jay Fizzle out of Memphis has 31 kids, and he currently has 3 on the way, bringing his total to 34 kids. Now, I triple checked this story just to make sure it's official. It wasn't no BS. Somebody just popped up and threw up on there. This is an official story, official rapper who has 31 kids, 3 on the way. Talk to me, Lonzo.
Fofo, you can't manage 31 kids. You're going to forget some birthdays. You're going to go broke buying cakes. You're going to go broke just buying birthday cakes, presents, and trying to navigate homework and diapers and everything. Is literally impossible, man. He must be, I never heard of him before, but he's got to be a hell of a rapper to even think that his legacy is going to support 31 people, actually 34 people. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at his views on YouTube, and he's going to need more than rap for this one.
Yeah, so you got 34 people that you're responsible for. Talking about a level of irresponsibility. I don't know whether he's doing it for the social media attention. I don't know why they are doing it. Are the women doing this for the social media attention? He ain't Nick Cannon. Nick got what, 11 or 12, something like that. And he got the money to take care of them. 31 kids, man, you will never have a driver's license. If he's anywhere near California, he won't have a driver's license. He won't have no job, no license for the job. Dude, how much can you give him in child support? How much can you really pay a kid? I mean, can you pay the mom for child support? What is the motivation for a woman to have a baby by a man with that many kids already? I might can see the first 4 or 5, but when you pass 20, you just stand in line for what? For what? He must be a hell of a good-looking dude making some hell of a babies, man. Because sometimes some women can see that as being justification for laying with a dude because he got green eyes, the curly hair. Like, well, I don't know, but everybody.
You look like Kodak Black, my dude.
He might be getting some cases. He just don't realize it yet.
Yeah, he ain't no Shamar Moore over here. My dude is a straight up Kodak Black, bro.
Hey, what state is he from?
He's from Memphis, and he's 31 years old, Lonzo.
Yeah, I can see that happening in Memphis. Ain't much to do down there, but bone your cousins. Anyway.
But, and it's not always about time. I mean, it's not always about money, Lonzo. I mean, there's no way a man could spread himself out 34 ways and spend time with the kids. I think that's, at the end of the day,
right.
Just as, if not more important than money.
You're going to have Father's Day on Zoom. All them kids in one. You're going to have Father's Day on Zoom like it's something, okay? Dropping off Instacart cakes, and, oh, man, dude, that ain't going to work. You can't. Dude, he may be a rapper, but he damn sure not a smart one.